Let me introduce you our speaker, Dr. Brinita Subramanian. She's our program leader for Digital Technologies program. So as you know, like since its launch in November 2022, ChatGPT has taken the world by storm and reimagined the possibility of generative AI across every walk of life, right? So let us give it to Dr. Brinita Subramaniam to explain us the use and potential of ChatGPT. And also she will touch up on the digital technologies program we offer with artificial intelligence and cybersecurity with GBS Dubai. All right, thank you very much. Please, Dr. Brinita.
Hi, thank you so much, Sardar. Good afternoon, all. I'm Dr. Brinita, Head of IT Department at GBS Dubai. Let me share my screen with you. Is my screen visible to all of you? Sardar, could you please
Yes,
confirm?
it is. Yes.
Great. Thank you so much for joining all. Today's webinar topic is ChatGPT. This AI-powered chatbot has attracted almost around 1 million active users within a week of its launch. What is special in this ChatGPT? Why people are so obsessed with it? We are going to discuss that in today's masterclass. So first, let's see what is ChatGPT and why everyone is talking about it. ChatGPT is basically an AI-powered chatbot, which helps the users to interact and ask questions and it responds. It not only responds to the user's questions, it also admits its mistakes and also reject inappropriate requests. The specialty is this chatbot interacts with the users in a very conversational way. So how this chatbot is trained? This chatbot is trained on a large amount of data to understand the user queries, the user prompts, and to respond to them appropriately. So ChatGPT is capable of understanding the human queries and it is generating a detailed human life text as if you are conversating with a friend. What the GPT stands for? GPT is Generative Pre-trained Transformer. So what is mean by a transformer? Transformer is basically a neural network architecture, specially for language understanding. When we talk about neural networks are for language understanding, also for language understanding tasks such as language modeling, machine translation, and question and answering. So particularly in neural network, the recurrent neural networks, which we often abbreviated as RNN, they are the core of the leading approaches in machine language domain. So that's what is about transformers. When we consider ChatGPT, the primitive model of ChatGPT is GPT-3. So the journey of ChatGPT started with GPT-3. OpenAI, who has actually published this GPT-3 in May 2020. So basically, it is an AI-powered chatbot. It worked the similar fashion how the other chatbots used to work. Then later in Jan 2022, they improvised this GPT-3 model. They came out with a new model, Instruct GPT. Instruct GPT has an additional layer, which is reinforcement learning from human feedback. That makes the difference between GPT-3 and Instruct GPT. Let's have a quick look on this reinforcement learning from human feedback. Please note that what I'm going to give about reinforcement learning on human feedback is not an exhaustive outlook on reinforcement learning. This is just an introduction to the controls of these learnings. As far as machine language is considered, there are three types of controls. One is supervised control, unsupervised control, and reinforcement learning. So our focus here is going to be reinforcement learning because this ChatGPT 3 is trained based on reinforcement learning from human feedback. So what is mean by reinforcement learning? Reinforcement learning is a way of machine learning wherein these kind of AI powered chatbots, usually we call them as training agent. These training agents are trained on large amounts of data sets to respond to the user queries. These training agents are trained in an environment to take decisions depending upon the prompts that they are receiving. So basically, for every response or every decisions these training agents are making, they will be given a reward signal. So reinforcement learning is nothing but the process of training a training agent to take decisions in an environment where for every decision that it is taking, it will be given a reward signal. So based on this rewards and the outcomes of these decisions, these training model will improve their decision making process. So that's all about reinforcement learning from human feedback. That is one of the additional layer that was added into GPT-3 and it was named as Instruct GPT. After Jan 2022, they realized that this chat GPT, I mean the Instruct GPT-3 is missing a component which is safety moderation API. So whatever the questions we are asking, it can respond. So it's not going to check whether the question is appropriate or inappropriate. Just for your information, even now GPT-3 is available to users. You can Google for GPT-3 Playground and you can, it actually works in a similar way how ChatGPT-3 is giving the responses to the users. So let's move on to the current version, which is ChatGPT-3. You can see in the image the right side, GPT-3, which is actually the primitive model of ChatGPT, and then added with reinforcement learning from human feedback. And then an additional layer is included here, which is safety. This safety is basically the safety moderation application programming interface, which is safety moderation API. So I'm pretty sure most of you have used ChatGPT. In case if you are asking any inappropriate question, ChatGPT is not going to provide answers most of the time. So that is because of this safety moderation API. You can see on the right side of the image, which is in purple color, safety layer. These are the earlier models from OpenAI. They started their journey with OpenAI GPT-3 in May 2020, and then it was improvised with the name Instruct GPT with an added layer, which is reinforcement learning from human feedback. And then the version what we have been using currently is ChatGPT, which is with GPT-3, reinforcement learning from human feedback, and the safety moderation API. Let me just walk you through the safety moderation API. This is one of the most adored feature of this ChatGPT because it refuses the inappropriate questions mostly. You could see there is an example included over here. Question is, how can I bully someone? The ChatGPT response is, it's never okay to bully someone. So it could recognize the inappropriate prompts and the safety moderation API warn or block certain types of unsafe content which is raised by the user or the prompts which is raised by the user. But we expect it to have some false negatives and positives for now too, because we cannot guarantee. Sometimes you may get answers for some inappropriate questions too from this. You can see one of the examples over here, which is raised as a query to ChatGPT. Write a phishing mail without typos. That's a query which was raised by an user. You could see the answer what ChatGPT has provided. I'm sorry, but it is unethical and potentially illegal to write phishing mails. This content may violate our content policy. If you believe this to be an error, please submit your feedback. Your input will aid our research in this area. So basically here you could witness the role of safety moderation API. For certain inappropriate prompts or queries which are raised by the learners or by the users, it's not going to provide the answers. ChatGPT and its knowledge cutoff. As I mentioned earlier, ChatGPT is a trained model. So it's trained on a large data set. But if you see the drawback of this, the knowledge cutoff ChatGPT is 2021. That means this model is aware of information that is available up to until 2021, and it will base its decisions and resolutions based on it. There is a question which is raised with ChatGPT. What is your knowledge cutoff? You could see the response provided by ChatGPT here. My knowledge cutoff is September 2021, which means my training and data knowledge is based on information events up until that point. So certainly, if you look for any details after September 2021, the facts that is going to provide may or may not be reliable, since the knowledge cutoff of this data is only till 2021. You can see the response. However, I can still provide information and assistance with topics and questions beyond that time frame using my existing knowledge and algorithms. So basically, we need to confirm the reliability of such responses in case if you need or if your query is after 20 for any information after 2021. What is the reliability rate of your responses about events happened after September 2021? Another question was asked regarding the reliability of the responses of ChatGPT after September 2021. Here is a response. I do not have the ability to fact check or verify the accuracy of the information I provide. And as an AI language model, my responses about the events that happened after my knowledge cutoff date, September 2021, are based on the patterns and relationship within my training data. So it's so obvious that this model is trained with the data set of till 2021, as well as statistical probabilities and the predictions. Not only the data, you could see it is also trained on the statistical probabilities and the predictions. So basically, when the reinforcement learning on human feedback process was applied here, which is a type of machine learning, the data set on which this ChatGPT was trained is till September 2021. However, my responses may not be accurate or reliable for all events or topics that have occurred since my training data cutoff date, especially in cases where the information is rapidly changing or incomplete. So ChatGPT is not very sure about the responses that you are asking for information about any events or any information happening after September 2021. That's what it wants to convey. So the main drawback is the knowledge cutoff, wherein if you are using Google as a search engine, you can get the details till date. That is one benefit of using Google, and that could be seen as a drawback of ChatGPT. This is one common questions you might have here in almost all the blogs and all websites. Could ChatGPT replace Google? The working concept of Google and ChatGPT is completely different. So the answer is so obvious, not necessarily. ChatGPT is a chatbot, which is an AI-powered chatbot, but Google is a search engine. All of us are very familiar with Google search because Google is every household name. Whenever any user is typing a key search phrase in Google. The moment you click enter, Google is going to start its crawling process, check all the databases which has the relevant details, which can match with the search phrase which is entered by the user, and then it will start indexing. And then it is going to do a ranking. That is the very reason when you get the Google search results, you can find the most relevant answers in the first page. And in the second page, the relevance is going to be a little lenient. And in the third or the fourth page, you will not get exactly what you are looking for. As a Google search user, most of the users would rely on the first page content. That means Google is basically searching the databases, it is indexing, and it is ranking. But as far as ChatGPT is considered, it is providing ready-made answers. It's not going to do search, crawl, index, or rank like a search engine. However, Google felt the heat. That is the very reason they issued a code red after ChatGPT went viral. So we could easily witness Google sees ChatGPT as a threat because the potential reason is Microsoft is also one of the potential investor in OpenAI. And Microsoft has already in the process of including this ChatGPT in their browser, Bing, and in even Edge also. Google is the pioneer in AI-powered chatbot process because you could see there is a link over here, which is Google's AI initiative lab. AI Test Kitchen is the AI Test Kitchen lab of Google. You can use this URL, you can find the Google initiatives in AI field, in artificial domain field. They also came up with the similar chatbot with the name Lambda. You can get more details from this URL link, which is Google's AI Test Kitchen. So basically, could ChatGPT replace Google? Not necessarily, because the operational aspect of Google search engine is completely different and ChatGPT is different. It depends on the user's requirements. If the user is really looking for a ready-made answer, then ChatGPT is the best option. If the user is looking for an information wherein he can analyze, he can evaluate, and he can come out with the responses, or he can come out with a finding, then Google is the best option as a search engine. So this is basically Microsoft's initiative on integrating ChatGPT in its Bing browser. So you could see that currently it is not open for public. It is in a beta testing mode. So it's only for the selective users. Once it is out, then we can see how this new integration is going to help us and to what extent. Google's response to ChatGPT. If you see, Google has already come out with ChatGPT's competitor, which is Bard AI, Bard Artificial Intelligence. This is also a conversational AI service, which is powered by Lambda. Basically, both ChatGPT and Bard, they are going to work in a similar fashion, but there is a difference in the way how they are accessing and answering the data. So access to data as far as ChatGPT is considered, the knowledge cutoff is only till 2021. It is trained with the limited data set. But that's not going to be the case with BAR, which is actually a Google conversational AI service, because BAR will be having access to internet. Built, actually, if you see, BART is built using the large language models and drawing on information from the web. So it's so obvious that whenever you are entering any prompt or request or any queries in BART, it's going to give the information based on the real-time data, which is going to fetch from the web. That's not the case with ChatGPT. So we have seen in the previous slides, ChatGPT's knowledge cutoff is till September 2021. So let's wait for Google's BART for public access. Currently, it is in the experimental stage and it is available only for the selective users. Once it is out, then we can see how far Google's BART AI is going to respond to our queries and how good it is compared to ChatGPT. But one thing is very clear, the space is moving incredibly fast and the competition is heating up every day. One thing is so obvious, Google is not just going to compete with OpenAI in the name. So even in functionalities, Bard is going to be a good competitor for ChatGPT. Lambda, you can see, because the Bard AI is developed based on Lambda and it is powered by Lambda. Lambda stands for Language Model for Dialogue Applications. The difference between ChatGPT and Bard. Bard is a Google product and ChatGPT is published by OpenAI. Two different companies, they are competitors. So you could see Google Bard answers real-time queries because it has access to web, but that's not the case with ChatGPT because the answers are based on data recorded till 2021 and the knowledge cutoff is till September 2021. As far as Google Bard AI is considered, regular Google search results are supported here. So when we consider Bard AI, the data is from the regular search Google results, but here it is going to be only the text responses as far as ChatGPT is considered. Google Bard AI is based on the language model Lambda, but ChatGPT is based on GPT-3. Google Bard AI, no plagiarism detector, and here it has a plagiarism detector. You might have heard in internet, or you might have heard the news, ChatGPT has come out with a new service called AI text classifier because ChatGPT is a big challenge, especially for academic institutions, because most of the students these days rely on ChatGPT to produce their answers for their assignments. So how the teachers are, how the faculties are going to check the academic integrity, how they are going to ensure the academic integrity. Do we have a solution as far as ChatGPT is considered? Yes, because ChatGPT has a service called AI text classifier, which is going to check the text which is generated by human and which is generated by AIs or artificial intelligence tools and techniques, and it is going to produce the result, whether the answer is going to be a fake answer or it is going to be a human generated answer. This process is done based on the tokens which is generated. You can try that. The service is called AI text classifier. Google Bard AI, currently it is free, though it is not open to public. Soon we can hear from Google. And as far as ChatGPT is considered, the research preview version is free for all of us, but there is another version called ChatGPT Plus, which is a premium paid version. So for every month, you're supposed to pay $20 if you are really looking for a premium paid version. Otherwise, the research preview version is still open and free for public. A few good things. As end users, we are going to benefit at the end of the day because Google is a giant and OpenAI is also a giant. Both of them are competing with each other. Whether ChatGPT is going to dethrone Google or not, it will do a very few good things to all of us. The first thing is it will better our search experience with new features, and Google a competitor so that it is going to improve their or it is going to enhance their AI initiatives. Hopefully, it is going to it is going to move their business model from advertiser driven to user interface of Google driven instead. If you see the business model of Google, the main income for Google is through advertisements. So basically, current Google model is advertiser driven model. And because of this competition, good chances are there Google could revisit their business model and we can expect soon a Google user driven model. Will ChatGPT steal jobs? It's not necessary that ChatGPT should steal jobs. All the emerging technologies, not only artificial intelligence, cloud computing, big data and analytics, Internet of Things and Internet of Everything, cryptography, applied security in the cloud, cybersecurity, all these concepts are the emerging and the most required skills in today's technologically empowered era. So the employment landscape keeps changing. The demands of employment landscape keeps changing. So it's not that ChatGPT is going to steal the job. All these emerging trends, technologies, and the demands of the current and the future employment landscape is definitely going to steal jobs. What kind of jobs will go obsolete and what are the new jobs that may pop up? Let's see. There is a quick summary from World Economic Forum, World Economic Forum's Future Jobs Report that estimated that almost 85 million jobs may be displaced by artificial intelligence. This is the latest report, 2022 report. So as per the report, artificial intelligence is going to replace almost around 85 million jobs and robotics by 2025. Anybody who's looking for a job or who's currently pursuing degrees, please ensure to focus on your skill sets. And because it's the right time, as we know, after this introduction of ChatGPT, everything has changed. Most of the process could be automated. So any jobs which could be replaced by AI powered tools and techniques could be replaced very soon. Another 97 million jobs may emerge from these changes. So it's not that only 85 million jobs are going to be replaced. We can also expect the new job opportunities. So the new jobs are going to emerge. New job roles are going to be there in the landscape. Let's see what and all the skills and technologies likely to be adopted by 2025 as per World Economic Forum's report. You could see cloud computing, big data and analytics, Internet of Things and connected devices. Just a small correction, it's not going to be Internet of Things anymore. It's going to be Internet of Everything, IoE. It's not going to be IoT. Encryption and cybersecurity, artificial intelligence, machine language and natural language processing, text, image and voice processing, e-commerce and digital trade, robots, non-humanoids, augmented and virtual reality. Augmented and virtual reality, as far as this technology is considered, almost all e-commerce platforms these days are using this augmented AR and VR tools and techniques, especially for marketing. Distributed ledger technology, which is basically a blockchain, 3D and 4D printing, power storage and generation, new materials, biotechnology, robots, humanoid, and quantum computing. So these are all the technologies which are going to gear up and currently which is in use, and you can expect all these technologies in your current and future employment. So people who are currently pursuing any degrees or looking for any employment opportunities, this is the right time for you to upskill in these technologies. As you know, as the technology keeps changing, of course, there could be a huge change in the job roles too. top 20 job roles in increasing and decreasing demand across the industries. If you see, there is a blue upward arrow mark on the left side and there is a red downward arrow mark on the right side. The left side job roles are the job roles that are going to see a huge hike in future, and the right side column, the job roles on the right side column are really going to be obsolete in near future. Data analyst and scientist, AI and machine learning specialist, big data specialist, digital marketing and strategy specialist, process automation are some of the job roles where you can see a good increase in near future. Data entry clerks, administrative and executive secretaries, and accounting, bookkeeping and payroll clerks, accountants and auditors, assembly and factory workers. The main specialization of artificial intelligence is it can automate the process. So any shutter job kind of stuff could be easily replaced with AI powered tools and techniques. Any routine jobs which could be automated could be easily replaced by this artificial intelligence tools and technologies. So this is where we have to focus on the current and emerging trends and technologies to ensure that we can successfully thrive in this demanding job market. ChatGPT and its possible use cases. Which sectors could be potentially impacted with this ChatGPT? Not only ChatGPT, with all sorts of AI powered tools and techniques. One is education or training purposes, healthcare industry. For example, if ever you happen to visit any healthcare, any clinics, you could these days find the front desk employees who are taking confirming your appointments, who are taking your details. These job roles or these tasks could be easily automated with the AI power tools and techniques. Scheduling the appointments and booking, yes, that could be automated. Entertainment or leisure, travel industry, there are huge chance in hospitality industry for automation process. E-commerce websites, already chatbots have taken the customer services in e-commerce websites. One simple example I can give, 10 years back, if you visit one of the well-known air travel service provider here in UAE, which is Air Arabia, if ever you want to talk to a customer service person, you will call them and you will get the information. These days, it's not necessary to call or contact a customer service person. There is a AI-powered chatbot in that website wherein you type your queries and you're going to get the answers ready-made. So that is one change that clearly states that e-commerce websites can hugely rely on artificial intelligence tools and techniques to automate their process and services. Customer service, great chances are there for process automation. So these are all the domains which could be greatly impacted well because of this artificial intelligence tools and techniques. Generative AI comes to user interface. If I am a user interface developer, I just want to develop a user interface. Is there any scope for my job role in future? May or may not. Because there are so many AI powered tools that can generate different designs of user interfaces within a single prompt. I'm going to just give an example of a tool Galileo. So you can see that. So if you see this, the first an onboarding screen for a dog walking app. When a user gives this prompt and when he clicks generate, it is going to give the user interface design, which is ready-made. There is the user, the second prompt is to change the name and phone number. I just want a user interface which lets the user to change the name and phone number and password. Within a single click, here goes the user interface. This is the power of artificial intelligence. So that's why there is a huge chance for artificial intelligence on the current job roles. Certain job roles may go obsolete and certain new job roles may come in. So it's actually the right time for us to upskill. ChatGPT is now added to Microsoft Teams also. Usually after conducting every meeting, we used to take meeting minutes, notes, but that's no more necessary because it's not a human task anymore because ChatGPT is now integrated with Microsoft Teams and this is available for a premium tier. From any meeting, AI notes will automatically create the meeting notes, recommended tasks, and create personalized highlights. So meeting minutes process, the task of taking meeting minutes is completely automated here with the introduction of ChatGPT in Microsoft Teams. As all of us, we are aware that Microsoft Teams is one of the best collaboration tools, mainly used by organizations for any kind of meetings, official meetings, formal meetings. So with this integration, ChatGPT is taking care of meeting notes, recommended tasks, and all the personalized highlight. So basically, you get the meeting minutes ready-made. You could see an example over here. The meeting windows on the left side and the suggested notes, suggested tasks, all are automatically generated based on the conversation and the inputs given by the team members who are participating in the meeting. ChatGPT extension for Google. As we know, OpenAI and Google are currently now competitors. But can I use ChatGPT in Google to get a better search experience? The answer is yes. There is an open source extension. Please note, this Chrome extension is not from OpenAI. It is an open source Chrome extension, which is available for Google. So using that extension, the user can get Google search results as well as ChatGPT responses. Let me just walk you through that in the next slide, how it works. The Chrome extension for ChatGPT, how it works, I'll just show you in the next slide. There is another extension called ChatGPT Writer, wherein ChatGPT can generate ready-made mail responses to your mail based on your prompt. Here is an example. You could see here. So here is the mail and the user wants to respond to this mail, but he doesn't want to write the response. He wants the ChatGPT to write the response. So you could see that the response which is generated. Thank you for the update. The response is generated and the generated response is not generated by the user. It was generated by ChatGPT. This service is called ChatGPT Writer, which is again a Chrome extension. This is ChatGPT integrated in Google. Your search results are on the left side and ChatGPT responses are there on right side. So you could see the two windows over here. The left side, what you have been seeing is the Google search results for the same search prompt, the key search word, how to create blink animation in cascaded style sheet. So you could see all related search results over here on the left side, but at the same time, you have an option to get the same answer, a ready-made answer from ChatGPT 2. Are you curious to know how much OpenAI is spending to keep this ChatGPT running? Currently, ChatGPT is hosted in Microsoft's Azure cloud platform, so that OpenAI is not separately investing in buying or setting up a physical server room. As per the current rate, Microsoft charges almost $3 per an hour for a single A100 GPU. And each word generated on ChatGPT cost, the amount is given over here. Approximately, if you see, per day, $100K is spent. And if you calculate for a month, it's almost 3 million per month on the running cost. So every response that ChatGPT is producing, approximately, it contains 30 words. So when you see the cost, it's approximately $100,000 per day and 3 million per month. This is basically the hosting details as well as the running cost of ChatGPT. One of the main drawback of ChatGPT is ChatGPT could provide only the text-based responses to you. If you are looking for the images, any illustrations, any kind of diagrams, ChatGPT is not going to produce such outcomes. ChatGPT is trained to provide only the text-based responses based on the inputs, based on the prompts, or based on the queries raised by the users. I am a user. I am in need of images, illustrations. So is there any solution? Yes. OpenAI has come out with another product called DALL-E 2, which is basically OpenAI's digital art generator. So here is an example for the prompt which is given on DALL-E 2 and the answers which were generated, the responses generated by DALL-E 2. DALL-E 2 is basically an AI system that can create realistic images and art from a description in natural language. You could see the text prompt which is provided in this DALL-E 2 art generator. The prompt is an armchair in the shape of an avocado. You could see the different shapes which were produced. So DALL-E 2 is another product from OpenAI, but it is a digital art generator. ChatGPT is also a product from OpenAI, but that can generate only the text-based responses. Is DALL-E 2 is free? No, it's not free. How does DALL-E 2 pricing model work? If you would like to register, the first month it is going to be free and you will get 50 credits. For each credit, you will get 4 images. So in total, in first month, as a new user, you will be getting 200 images. You get access to 200 images. After every month, you still, if you want, you are happy with your free registration, every month you will be getting 15 credits. And for each credit, it's going to be 4 images. So in total, every month, you can make use of 60 images as a free user. If you're seriously a business user and you're looking for good images, if you would like to use it for official purpose, you can go for additional credit packs, which cost you around $15. And the total credits for that $15 is 115 credits. For each credit, it's going to be 4 images. So in total, you may get 460 images. Whether Google has an alternate for DALL-E 2? Yes. Google also has a digital image creator. The name of that is Imagen. Basically, this is text to image AI model of Google, but for now, it is kept out of public's hands. So it is not out for public use. Soon you may hear from Google. At present, OpenAI is diligently working on developing AI model for videos too. In this masterclass, we discussed about ChatGPT, which is specialized in providing text-based responses. DALL-E 2, another model of OpenAI, which is basically used for producing images. How about videos? Whether OpenAI has any option for that? Soon we may hear from that because OpenAI is currently working on developing an AI model for videos, but the release date is not yet announced. Is ChatGPT free to use? As I mentioned earlier, the research preview model is free for all of us to use, but currently ChatGPT has come out with a paid premium plan, which is ChatGPT Plus. Currently, it is available for $20 per month. If you really looking for immediate responses, fast responses, or rapid responses, when the demand is very high, then you can plan for ChatGPT Plus, which is a paid premium plan. Because at times, the free users, whomever is using ChatGPT now, at the research preview model, whenever you are searching for something, you could see a warning message at the top stating that currently the demand is huge, so you may need to wait for the responses. If you don't want to see that message, ChatGPT Plus is a good option for you because it is going to offer you availability even when the demand is very high, faster response speed, and priority access to new features. Chatting and cheating. Academic integrity is a huge challenge in this AI-powered era, especially after the release of ChatGPT. It's actually a challenge for all the academic institutions to ensure the academic integrity. How do we know whether the answers, the assignments submitted by the students are of their own or it is the byproduct of ChatGPT? So it is a high time for all the educational institutions to look at their assessment methods so that they can plan for some group discussions, presentations, role plays, demonstrations, and simulations, wherein they get a chance to see the learner's abilities and skills rather than asking the learners to submit a take-home assignment, which is a written report. One good thing here is at GBS, we have been currently following all the innovative assessment methods which are mentioned over here, which is group discussion, presentations, role plays, demonstrations, and simulations. That's the specialty of our qualification. You could see on the left side, AI chatbot ChatGPT has managed to pass the US medical licensing exam, one of the toughest exams, as well as law and business exams. That says it all. So now our challenge is how to make use of this ChatGPT productively. One good news is at GBS, we have been offering AI qualifications. The specialization pathway, what we have been offering in one of our digital technologies qualification is artificial intelligence solutions and application. After the release of this ChatGPT, you could see there is a drastic change in the AI world. Now it is overall, it is actually a new era in artificial intelligence. So if you are not into artificial intelligence so far, it's right time to think about it. And GBS is the place where you can get a specialization in artificial intelligence solutions and applications. Besides this artificial intelligence solutions and applications pathway, we have another pathway called cybersecurity too. When I was explaining that World Economic Forum skills, top skills, the technological skills, you might have noticed cybersecurity was also one of the skills mentioned over there. So we have been offering a specialization pathway in cybersecurity too. Digital technologies, if you consider, basically it is a very huge umbrella which has data science, information management system, cloud computing, networking, artificial intelligence, VR and AR, virtual reality and augmented reality, cybersecurity, Internet of Things, and Internet of Everything. Let me just take you to the previous slide. You could see the qualification title over here that we have been offering at GBS Dubai. Pearson BTech HNC HND in Digital Technologies. So digital technology is a very huge umbrella. If you enroll for this qualification, you can learn more about data science, information management systems, cloud computing, networking, AI, cybersecurity, and all sorts of emerging technologies. That's all from my end. Thank you so much.
So much. Thank you so much, Dr. That was fantastic. Dr. Bernita, we're very happy that you were able to share that knowledge with us. We'll just ask if there are any questions. We have also recorded this, and at the end of the webinar, I will make sure that all the attendees can get a copy of this recording, Dr. Bernita. So we'll be sharing that from our side, the video as well as the transcript. So yeah, thank you so much, Dr. Bernita. One more time, I'm just going to ask that we will have more events with you shortly, and we're very grateful for your support. And if students do reach out to me specifically for questions related to AI, I'm definitely going to connect them with you. I have one Mr. Roman wanting to ask a question, so I'm going to allow his microphone. Please go ahead, Roman. Your microphone is on now. Roman?
Yes, Mr. Roman.
Yes, sir. You are hearing me, sir? Hello?
Go
Yes,
ahead.
yes, of course I can hear you. Please go ahead.
Yes. Hello, everyone. I'm very great, and I'm very happy to attend this session. And for everyone, most welcome for the session. Sir, please, I want to confirm that you are providing such kind of opportunity to join a course and also for a practical approach to join any digital marketing such like of using here in Dubai. I'm here in Dubai, working in Dubai. So you are providing such of courses, certifications, or some environment there we can use this as a professional.
Okay, I'm going to answer that. Yes, we have programs, Roman. I'm going to go ahead and connect with you offline. I will send you my details. We can connect on a Teams call, or we can invite you with your visit. If you're already in Dubai, we can invite you on campus for a campus tour and share with you details about our program. Okay. Okay, with that said, I think that'll be it. Thank you so much, Dr. Bernita, one more time, and to all the guests as well. And we look forward to having you again. Take care. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Junai. Thank you
Thank
all
you.
for
Take care.
participating.